Welcome back to Inside Africa. This week, our focus is outside the continent, well outside the continent, in fact, in the U.S. state of Minnesota. But even in this cold, snowy corner of America, we found a slice of Africa. A large Somali community has settled in Minnesota, drawn to the state's social services, and one benefit has been access to local health care.
dawadaadii waxaan kugu dirayaa farmashiyaha global.
Though he's not a doctor or a nurse, Abdi Ali can help heal with words. Ali is a medical interpreter at this Somali clinic in downtown Minneapolis.
It makes me feel good when someone who cannot communicate to either a provider, to any other place that he may have a need, communicates through me and gets satisfied with the services that he wanted.
Interpreters like Ali are an integral part of Hennepin County Medical Center. The International Health Clinic sets aside Mondays and Tuesdays to serve Minnesota's growing Somali population, most of whom are in the U.S. legally as refugees and qualify for various health insurance programs. Somali patients like Fadoma Mahmood have learned that coming here takes patience in the process, trust in the staff. Mahmoud has been seeing Deb Bohm, a nurse practitioner.
The first time when I came, I did not know anything about her because she was new to me. Now she's my doctor, and I have full confidence in her. And I know that doctors care for their patients and help their patients. They don't harm them.
Bohm says that kind of confidence comes from a conversation that extends beyond the usual patient-doctor banter.
I think it takes some acknowledgement of what has been their life in Africa and how it radically has changed by movement to the United States, and what their individual goals might be for living in the United States. And so the trust builds over a number of sessions with someone.
The staff prides itself on offering culturally sensitive care to their patients, but treating the influx of Somalis wasn't easy at first.
There was this mistrust because we didn't know each other and what our motives were. Somali people thought we might be doing things for our own wealth or prestige.
But speaking the language helped build trust. And that's why Access Medical Center has a waiting list 3 months long. This community clinic boasts a Somali doctor, Abdirahama Mohammed.
You don't speak the language. What you want to say sometimes may not come out. So for them to have a physician that speaks the same language, it's extremely beneficial for them. My mom said, you always wanted to go back to Somalia and work, but Somalia came to you. The fact that I come here and I speak Somali every day and see patients who express themselves in their own language for the first time in front of a physician is extremely gratifying for me.
The Access Clinic opened in 2008 with the intent to serve the surrounding East African population.
We try to practice medicine that is culturally appropriate. Most of the population that we serve are new immigrants, as I said before, and they still view health the way they used to be served in Africa. So I understand that concept, and I'm trying to also mix that with the Western medicine that I have been trained.
It's a balancing act for doctors across the state assisting immigrants. Many Somalis arrive with health problems that are uncommon in America, such as intestinal parasites and infectious diseases like tuberculosis. Then there's vitamin D deficiency, a problem Deb Bohm finds in many of her Somali patients.
We find that women who are covered tend to have lower rates of vitamin D.
Somalis have also begun to develop ailments associated with the West, like diabetes, obesity, and heart disease. Still, one of the most common health problems is mental illness. Somali civil war has physically and emotionally traumatized so many. But doctors find torture victims and war survivors often deny any psychological problems. So the clinic brought in its own psychologist to help patients decipher the pain.
You might have somebody who talks about a pain in their body that's been there for 10 years and they don't know where it comes from and it's just searing and burning and horrible, and why can't they find what's underlying this? And then, you know, later they tell you, oh yeah, I was bayoneted in exactly that spot. And the person does not connect that one instance of physical trauma to the ongoing pain in the body.
Somali culture, like others, can stigmatize mental illness.
For Somalis, mental health or mental illness was either you have it or you don't have it. You are crazy or you aren't crazy. So they don't think in terms of a continuum.
Healthcare providers have become especially sensitive to the issue. And no matter the ailment, doctors here are prepared to invest more time and effort to find that connection with a patient.
Thank you.
Okay. And for interpreters like Abdi Ali, it's worthwhile just to be part of the process.
You cannot imagine the joy, the happiness in the face of a person who comes asking for help. And when he gets help through the interpreter from a doctor, you will attain peace, happiness in yourself, that you have done something that makes someone else happy.
From medical fulfillment to fulfilling the senses. Next on Inside Africa, a chef's journey to introduce Somali food to new palates. Stay with us.